Well, a family in Mobile is outraged after they say it took more than 30 minutes for an ambulance to arrive after their emergency call.
It was for their 4-year-old son who had fallen off a high diving board. Fox 10 News did some digging and found out there may be a bigger problem.
That's right. The story we uncovered is first at 4 today. Fox News reporter Andrew Perez has been looking into this one. And turns out many fire stations, Andrew, have not been meeting their emergency response time goals. What's going on?
Well, I mean, that's right, Lenise. Here's the thing. The incident that happened, it's prompted Mobile Fire Department to take action, and they've suspended one of 3 private ambulance companies here in Mobile. That company is Lifeguard. Now, while I was looking into this incident, I also decided to take a look at some of the overall response times here in Mobile. You may be surprised with what you see. When you're in the business of saving lives, every second counts. Dr. Alan Franklin says he knows it firsthand. His 4-year-old son, Cal Franklin, fell from the top of a diving board and hit his head.
We had a small miracle that he fell from that height, landed on concrete, and is fine. I mean, he's absolutely fine.
The thing is, it took 31 minutes before an ambulance arrived to help. Officials say the driver had gotten lost, but a fire truck did get to the scene in 7 minutes. Only problem, Franklin says, they really couldn't do much.
Fire company had no pediatric equipment at all. All they were able to do was just make another phone call, so it wasn't somebody showed up, but they couldn't do anything.
The whole incident was taken to the Mobile fire chief and the city council. Many said overall emergency response times in Mobile were not up to par.
Our goal is to have a unit in someone's front yard for any emergency in the city of Mobile or the police jurisdiction within 6 minutes. Our goal is to do that 90% of the time. We don't do that 90% of the time.
If you can get your hands on the recent statistics, you'll see that the benchmark of the 6-minute response is not being met, particularly out in West Mobile.
And now I got my hands on some of these emergency response time records. On here, they break it down by each individual fire station, how many emergency responses they made within a certain time, and how long it took for them to make it. Sector 6, which is on the corner of Hillcrest and Cottage Hill, was one of the busiest stations on the list. It scored pretty low. Records show in a 2-week period in 2010, you only had a 38% chance of getting help within that 6-minute goal. In 2011, only a 37% chance. In many cases, it took 10 minutes or more for any official from Sector 6 to respond to a scene.
They are that busy, and they cannot possibly be in all places at all times.
But it's a trend that you see across the board. During that same time frame for Sector 7, which is the firehouse just off Rangeline Road, of the 79 emergency responses used in calculating averages, 19 of them had a response time of 10 minutes or more. Mobile Fire Chief Stephen Dean says he's doing the very best he can with a limited budget. But in his line of work, business is booming.
Our number of responses increased 10% a year, and they have since 1988.
Several members of the City Council called for more transparency with these records. They want to address them on a regular basis and hopefully make adjustments.
It's about public safety. It's a resource that when you need it to come in a timely fashion. That's why it's measured against a benchmark, and we're not meeting the benchmarks.
Absolutely. Now, this story is really all about resources, and a lot of city officials that I talked to, they're saying we need more of them when it comes to public safety anyways. Now, we posted all those facts and figures of the response times up on our website, fox10tv.com. For now, reporting live in Mobile, I'm Andrew Perez. Back to you guys.